Has it ever been said before that I can be ridiculous? Well, let's start with the moon. The first letter, capitalize it in front of a word, capitalize it all the time. M is the 13th letter. 13, 31, 44. 31, 13, 44. Add another 13 to 44, 57, the number of the moon. Start with 13, go to 44, 31, 13, 31. 88, 88, is that correct? 31, 13, 31, 13, 88. 88 is the number when you meet at 8 through the 7th gate. Moon, M, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. We don't need 1 and 2 because the equivalent of 3 is 1 between 2. The equivalent is 4 is 2 and 2 around 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 and 2 equal to the 5 equal to 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is the same thing as when you go in the spiral of Fibonacci to reach 2772. Because 3 times 5, 3 plus 5, equals to 8, the black ball, and 15. 1 and 5 is the next letter. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, equals to 5 and 6. Now 5 and 6 and 2 and 1, that created the original 3 and 5, will create 77. That's the Christ. That's the Christ, whatever the original. But remember, when you write Christ down, when you write that down, C-H-R, first, 39 is the sky, 7 times 4, 7 plus 4. 7 times 4, 28, the cycle of the moon of 1 and 1. Cycle of the moon, 1 and 1, 2 moons, the phobia and the DEIMOS of Mars. 3 and 8, 11. 18 equals 29, which is the birth. Another 11. 18 and 8 and 3. 18, 1 and 8. 8 and 3, 11. 9, 11. 9 and 2, 29. 2 times 9, 18. 2 plus 9, 11. It works to the same. Moon, 0, equals to the 15th letter. A and E. Arts and entertainment, A and E is the 15th letter. In between that is 2, 3, 4. That is the vibration. 4, 3, 2, 0 times 6 is 25,920. 4, 3, 2, 1, add them to 10, multiply them to 24, equals to 34 DC. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, equals to 3 and 4. But 3 times 4, 3 plus 4, equals to 7 or 0, 7, and 19. What is 19? It's a very special number. It's to the left and it's to the right, because it splits the 7th gate of the pull game. Have you ever heard of a woman? You know what woman is? They're a porter of the 7th gate, because the child is denied birth inside the 7th gate, coming into the 8th world. 7, 8, 9 equals 24. The communication, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, equals 6 and 8. That's a quarter. Because 6 and 8 is what meets over here. These 4 corners is the whole circumference. This is the greatest diameter. We don't need this. That's short numbers. These are in between 28 cycle of the moon. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals 10 and 24. 4, 3, 2, 1 equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 times multiplied equals 24. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals to that same number. Eliminate 1, 2, 3. Moon. The N letter, the 14th letter, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 and 5, 9. 54, 45, the foxhole in the sun, because that's exactly what it says. 4 times 5, 4 plus 5 equals to 29. 2 and 9 again, 2 times 9, 2 plus 9, 18 and 11. Christ is inside the house of the church, created on this planet for us to be, where's God? I don't understand. How are we going to come back? The Jews don't believe in reincarnation. And you know why? Because they told them not to believe. They told them not to eat pigs, and they told them because it's a reminder of what we need to know. The Bible is a code in itself. Wouldn't you think that God would send us down here with a code book that we couldn't understand, that was manipulated and burnt and sent away because they didn't want anybody to know? Which way do you want to go? You can look at me as crazy, or you can say, I know something, or you can say, I know nothing, or I know the same as everybody else that has spoken. But if I know nothing and you don't listen to anything I have to say, then you are neglecting the greatest thing in life, to decipher and think all by yourself. But if you don't want to know and you're watching me and you really don't care, then shut me down and move on. It really doesn't make a difference to you. But I came here 11 years ago with a mission. And I want to tell you one thing. Last night something happened to me. The greatest. I went to bed nervous. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with it, with me staying in this apartment. I've had a little bit of discrepancy with my co-signee, and I found out today that everything is going to be fine. And the co-signee it was a co-signee from 10 years ago, so it doesn't even count anymore. So I've been thinking about something that somebody didn't know the right information, and now I do, so I feel better. But something happened in my dream last night for the first time. It's never happened before. You know what it is? I had a vivid dream. I was in the dream. I knew I was in the dream. And I was a little nervous at the beginning. I wasn't sure if I would scare myself out of the dream. And I was like day and night. I was talking to people from the 80s. I was telling these people, I said, you have to see this. I think I said this in one of my videos today if I made one. I was telling them about the future. I said, you should see the future. What's going on in the future? And I was speaking to somebody, I think the name was Manon Petit, or something petite. I don't know, but that was the name. I was at my grandfather's old workplace, and all of a sudden I'm standing in front of her, and we're just talking. I don't know about what, and people were looking in. I went across the street to the old place. It was actually like I was there, and I knew I was in the dream. It was amazing to me. It was just amazing. So there's all kinds of things associated with numbers that tell these stories. Otherwise, I couldn't tell you these stories. No, I didn't smoke any drugs today. No, I didn't have any alcohol today, nor yesterday, or in the last month. You know why? Because all I smoke right now, see this in here? That's not weed. That's green. It's tea. And they say if you smoke a tea leaf, okay, it's supposed to enlighten from the smoke in the mind. But you know what? I don't believe in that, but I did it anyways just for the fun. The scruff is growing back, I might be thinking. Now, where else can I go with this inside the moon? The moon has 3476 in diameter. They can say 3475, but remember, because of the penny, okay, you can say 3473, 3474, 3475, 3476, and 3477, because when I go to the grocery store and they tell me it's 343 or 344, any one of those numbers I told you, they're going to tell me, give me the nickel and take away everything else. If I go to 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, they're going to say, give me the dime. Regardless if I'm 2 above or 2 below, they want the dime or the nickel, and they don't care about the penny because it's heaven sent. The penny is also a reflection of somebody going to court and getting sued because the pig lives in the pusherie in which they call a sou. Okay, sou is 19, 21, and 5 equals to 45, area of the sun and fox, and add 6 because inside of that is a 0. Add 6 equals 51. The vibration is 2, 3, and 4. Did you know that every calculation, down and up, and this way is all divisible by 3? There's always a perfect answer for it. Whatever is a remainder of something else that is replicable, that is an addition, or a minus to the fact of whatever the equation is. And I stand by this. And not only do I stand by it, but many that stand by me stand by it because I stand by them. Because I see the truth in the reality of the mathematics that counts the words. If you take a letter or a word, just want to show you things that are simple, that make no sense. I'm going to give you the number 5, right? But when I take Mars and go 5 and 1, okay, and do this, I end up with this answer over here, 95. 1 and 5 equals back to Mars and gives me the 10, 10 world. If I minus this, I get 8 and 0 becomes 86. This is your communication. 9 and 5, 1 up is 86. The 1 in between is 7. Minus 2 plus 2, 202. This one will now equal to 202 or 2662. 88 again. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 plus 6 is 12 equals to 48 or 3 in the center. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 is 20 becomes 8. And this becomes 8. It becomes 838. This number over here will give me 2442. Now, what this number over here, it'll all revert back to 6 and 8 and 6 and 8. 6 and 8, 6 and 8. This one becomes 7, this one becomes 7, and it all becomes Christ, and I shouldn't even be marking this. I should have stopped this video a long time ago, because I'll tell you one thing, I can keep going on, but if I keep explaining the small definition of everything, I'm going to get lost in translation, and that's what makes it so hard. When we start putting pieces of a puzzle together, colors together, eventually all the colors match the same thing. It's just all dark gray or black. Just like there's ways to build your Fibonacci scale. This is a Fibonacci scale. 1 and 1 creates 2, creates 3 in all the corners, creates 5 in all the corners, creates 6 on each side with 1 at the top on each one, which create myself 13 on each side, and then create me 21 to go around. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what they do is they'll take another one of these and stick them here. They'll take another one of these and stick them here, and we keep building offset designs, just like you, not this one. This is the only one that works. I do have another one somewhere in my files. I don't know where it is. I got hundreds of books that I put together. Where else? There was one other thing. There's this design over here. When we're calculating, oh no, I can't do this. We're going to just stop. Stop right here. I went too far. Raphael, 7286. And I am excited because I know that it's real. I know that it's real, even if you don't think so. It's real. This planet is created through a creation that is so old that we think that our science, oh, look what we learned new. What you learned new is new to us. Let me tell you one thing. We are way out and way off from scientific and what they can really do, because all we are is like a hole in the wall, a passage through this head inside a vibrator that comes out of this mouth. Thank you for watching.